All right, folks, welcome back to round number 2 of qualifier number 4. We're gonna be watching. I feel like there's a two wolves joke here. I don't know. I'm not gonna make a two wolves joke here, but we are now seeing Ruby Wolves against Chronicles. So I don't know if that's an upgrade or downgrade. I'm not gonna make that judgment here and get fired. But be loading in here very shortly, and I imagine we'll see. Yeah, we had talked about it just briefly. It's an Oni. Also, starting out on that skylight, I don't think Chad got to see it, but that was a beautiful sunset that we just got to witness. Is it sunrise or sunset? Is it perma dusk or like what is this?
I want to say this is dusk. I think it would be cooler, but
yeah, beautiful
it's
sunset though.
Sunset. Yeah, I love this map. It's visually very cool too. So
absolutely, it's the perfect combination. Like people are like, man, the core maps are in broad daylight. This is the daylight I'm okay with.
Yeah. Well, because it's technically not daylight, so you're not dead yet, right?
True. Just about dead. And breaking off the chase after breaking the door, not able to get a hit just yet. They do find another server here, and looks like they're moving into the water towers. No pre-drop.
This is a good tile to zone on, so we'll see if the Onis... And also, you know, we saw the brutal strength in play already, which shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Not quite landing that hit. No
so
Pokos
close
today.
So close, and yeah. It's either brutal strength or play with your food, and not able to get that either. That is unfortunate, but wait, that resets Bloodlust?
Palestine?
Yeah, I've never had Paladins reset my Bloodlust before.
Yep. Ooh.
That's weird. Okay, well, they do get the hit regardless, so there comes the Splintered Hull value, just drinking it up. Oh, so many at the... I'm sorry, I am a Splintered Hull enjoyer. Look at how quick the power has. Just one hit and you're ready to go.
Yeah, and it looks like we might even be able to see an M1 down here, which would be really big. Good mind game from the Claudette here. And not double backing. Dead hard to the window.
Oh, they're going down here, though.
Yeah, they're going down, though. They made a good job extending this chase. We see a Tinkerer proc twice.
Tinkerers?
Okay.
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
I'm about to say, if you can't pick up from this corner, I'm going to be very sad. But yeah, Tinkerer procs from 2 different locations here. I have to imagine that we might even see a third one. Yeah, there's the third Tinkerer proc. Everybody on a separate one. However, I imagine they'll be able to interrupt this third one. Oh, that's a Saloon Gen that's being done. Gallows Gen, Saloon Gen, and then there's one in the dead zone. Nobody around, though. I wonder if they were able to call out the Tinkerer on the Claudette side or not, because I think that's the only one in terror radius range.
Maybe. And it looks like we see the pop goes the Weasel. Bounce landing is in play. Can the Lori get out with that?
Ooh, barely.
Almost the hit there.
Very, very close. I think they're getting stuck, or is that intentional? Like, I'm really confused here.
They're trying to mind game it, but yeah, I think they did get... I don't think they wanted to get slowed down quite that much, because then they got stuck going to one side, which means no mind game. But it looks like, you know, with no pouts in the area, that's going to be a down, but that's the entirety of power. Almost.
True. And yeah, no one has touched this generator, so not going to get a second pop-off on it. Or did they touch it? No, they did touch it. I didn't realize that. Okay, they do get a second pop. That is really good value for the zoning, but 2 gens down, 2 fresh hooks in. Now they're kind of looking for that survivor, maybe one who's touched. I imagine you wouldn't stick around this area, right? You wouldn't try and stealth out.
There's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you attempted to and got found, that would be a huge misplay, because
now you got to slow.
You know, you're giving power and, you know, potential slug on a hook. Yeah, I mean, I would be gone by now, and it looks like that's what they're doing. So.
Saw some kind of noise notification. Might have been a failed skill check of some kind on the generator. Yeah, the survivor is healed up on this side. Only a little bit of blood here and there. However, that might just be enough that with a hit, you don't need anything else. Yeah, I think with a hit, they'll be able to get their power back.
Yep, finding Claudette here, right side. This is a good place for a chase if they can make this window, which they do.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be, you know, this could potentially be a long time before the hit, depending on how the Claudette does here. So.
True. This is just such a strong tiling area for looping. It's one of my most hated places as a trickster player. Look at this, absolutely just, yeah, so patient before they throw that pallet, but I spoke too soon. They do get the hit, no mind game there, and I imagine they'll be going back to that generator. It's so interesting that Tinkerer now is only going to work once, though, instead of getting multiple uses like that. Oh, they double back.
Yeah.
Well played. I think they're going to vault this window, possibly.
Ooh,
Beautiful blind.
even better.
Oh, they fell off.
They
All right,
fell
well
off the
enough.
saloon too. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, Ori is here, so they know where 2 survivors are.
that's huge.
That is massive. I think they're gonna be able to stop this gen from proccing as well. Oh, I think this person is still. Nope, not stealth out enough. Oh no. That could be game possibly.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to recover from on the survivor side. The one thing they have going in their favor is that the 3 gen is no longer untacked.
True.
But,
True.
you know, with Pop Tinker
Ooh.
in play, I mean.
Wait,
oh,
I didn't
but it
realize
looks
that
like
other
we-
one was tinkered.
I didn't realize
Never
that either. When
mind.
did that happen? Okay.
Okay, never mind. The survivors have completely brought it back despite everything. They're going to have at least 4 gens done. A lot of these gens do have significant progress. Papa's going to help out a little bit, but I am well, they have a latent 3 gen still. That one up
Oh, look
top.
at that. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty loose. It's going to be hard to defend this top gen. If the survivors are able to defend, or sorry, pressure that gen up top and the gen near where the hook is right now, they're probably in a good spot. But it looks like we're getting another fast hit. And with Splintered Hole, I mean, there's blood everywhere now. I mean,
Absolutely.
wherever the survivors are, there's going to be a lot of blood.
True. Unfortunate for the Claudette getting a little bit mind game there at the shack and going after this Fang Min. Has the Fang Min been hooked yet, or did they hit and leave? I think they hit and left.
Yeah, I think they hit and left as well.
Going into the corner to die. I think they're going to be able to finish that gen with, even though Pop had it regressing. I don't know if this is going to be fast enough. Yeah, they're taking him all the way over here. You can take a body block and prevent this hook potentially.
Yeah, it just depends on where the survivors are. If I had to guess, I'd say that no one is here, but yeah, it looks like they're on the other gen this time, and they're gonna try to get it, but you know, Tinker procs, you know, pretty early, so
Yeah.
I think that they're gonna be able to interrupt this in time.
They're not doubled up either. Oh, Deliverance on the Fang Min as well, though. This is gonna be like a little bit of back and forth here. Fight of the 3 gen.
Yeah, I definitely see this as a potential 1 to 2 out, but there's going to be a lot of stages given to this Oni if he continues to play correctly, which it looks like he's going to be. Getting such a fast down, a hook into another pop, and to that much power gauge still remaining is a huge, huge spot to be in.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think even with the oh no,
Oh no.
did the Fang have? I didn't hear them. I guess the Oni might have. I don't know, but a little bit of a misplay there, or maybe baiting out a decisive strike. I'm not really sure. I don't know if you'd want to bait out a decisive strike here, though. Oh, there's a Tinker from up top. 2 survivors, but they're gonna abandon chase. I think the Oni might be able to pull this back entirely.
Yeah, they can't go for the unhook or the slug right now because the Oni has power up. All he has to do is pop it, and he will be confirming that kill. If they go for it, I mean, double slug near the hook, that's not recoverable.
I would agree. I don't think we've seen an unbreakable just yet. Maybe waiting out the potential DS from the survivor. Claudia taking chase in the middle of nowhere, but I don't think the Oni's gonna fall for it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
There's no reason to leave this area. It looks like we're going to be seeing another down on the Lori. Fang trying to make enough distance to get away, but I mean, with this hook kill, 1v3, it's going to be really tough to recover this.
Truly. I think we might be, because we talked about before, like Pop's not gonna be nearly as good now. Pop has done just so much work. Oh, the survivor is here. Are we able to get this? Oh, so close. I hear them. They got the unhook, though, at the last possible second. That might have been a kinship on the Claudette.
Yeah, looks like another down on the Fang here. I mean, man, if I were that Oni, I would have camped that out. It's really
little bit, yeah.
unfortunate that they got the hook save. I think that right there is the play that could potentially recover this for the survivors.
That's a good point. True. That is a good point. And this is second hook for this Fang. I mean, they are getting a lot of hook states, though.
They are. It's going to be a hefty score for the killer over here. But important thing to note is that with the Fang throwing yourself at the Oni, it could be a potential DS, so that could be good to have on hook, as well as the fact that the Oni doesn't even have half his power yet, and they were able to full reset. They can pressure this now super well. The survivors have brought their pressure back, and they have advantage here.
That's a good point. However, they are really close. I think there's some blood by the hook, possibly. Oh, wait. There's 2 survivors over here, though.
Oh, no.
And they have their power. This has been such a swingy game.
Yeah. I mean, the tempo's just been changing back and forth so much this game. Both teams doing an incredible job just taking it back, giving it, taking it back. I mean, this has been really enjoyable to watch all the way through.
Absolutely, and I think this is even second hook for the knee. I don't think this is death hook. Yeah, they have 8 staged the survivors. They haven't. You could argue that if this was a pubs game, they have played this game so fairly.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Yeah. No tunnel out, no hard, like, obviously you had a little bit of proxy again because you had a slug in the area, and that's absolutely understandable. Wait, do they have their power back again? They're one orb away.
One more
oh my
orb, yeah.
word. Yeah, just really just good Oni play, and survivors able to reset where they can, and despite seemingly making a mistake, able to make a comeback anyway. Uh-oh. That is the Fangman. And I think they are, yeah, they don't have Diaz anymore. They were working on the gen. Trying to corner tech. I think they did have Iron Will, and that's why they thought they were invisible, but the Oni just saw them peeking out of the bush a while back.
Yeah, getting them down. And this is a kill on the Fang, and we already know that that gen doesn't have any progress on it. And so the only gen that I think has progress is the one that the Fang was just on, which no one can really get to. So this is looking pretty grim for Ruby Wolves.
Yeah, they correctly identified the 3-gen and got Gallows done immediately, one of the safer gens, and somehow that latent 3-gen is still able to keep the Oni alive. Just, again, I love this map for a variety of reasons. Survivors did a good job tackling a lot of the issues, but still having enough counterplay for the killer as well, so really well done. They get their power back in. No Tinker practice, but I imagine you're doubling up on a gen right now, right?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I could see merit in doubling and splitting on gens right now, but it looks like they're opting to reset instead. So potentially waiting out the entirety of Oni's power could be what they need to recover those.
That's a good point. That is a good point, yeah. There's not that much more blood on the map, and I don't know if the survivors are quite aware of that. Personally, when I play Survivor, I'm not really that aware of where I leave my blood, so. Is that something you even keep track of?
Yes. If you're playing Survivor competitively, a very common strategy is to make sure you know where you're dropping blood. Like, for example, resetting in corners of the map where Oni's probably not going to go. In this situation, you want to reset all the way across the map from the 3-gen, so the Oni has to really go out of his way to get his power. Things like that are really important for keeping momentum as Survivor, so the Oni can't just keep getting power over and over and over again.
Fair enough, and it looks like there is at least 40% progress on this generator up top as the Oni's power goes away. Only a little bit of blood left, and they're going to dry kick this. Okay, that's actually a little bit more blood than I was expecting, but still not quite enough for power. And
yeah,
now, how stealthy can you be? Is that a crow? This Nia has a crow on. I don't know what I'm seeing anymore. Oh no, but there's a blood bank.
That's
blood everywhere.
Not good. Yeah, these look like where they were. These are the reset spots, which are it's very close.
She's
to
still healing.
The Oni barely had to move to get this power, and that's gonna cost Ruby Wolves quite a lot here. The Dead Hard into the window fake, baiting out the Oni swing, but we're gonna see how long this Claudette can keep up chase.
Tinkerer. They snuck someone back there immediately. Can they Oni get their attack? I don't know. I don't think they can.
I mean, if they're doubling it, they can pop it right now, but
well, we know where the other two survivor is. We know where the other one is.
Oh, finding the Lori here. Doesn't look like the gen's gonna be popping anytime soon, then.
Oh, they do get the hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't hear anybody up there. They're gonna go for this death hook, and they're gonna go for the pop. I'm surprised. I thought as soon as they stealth that out, they might be able to pop the gen, but...
Yeah, I thought so too.
It has been so close in so many directions every single time.
Yeah, really. I mean, the back and forth this game has been incredible.
Absolutely. Which, I mean, I think kind of goes to show, I personally, in my opinion, I think Oni is one of the best designed, balanced killers in the game of Dead by Daylight. Just, the counterplay is really strong, but also if Oni gets his power, just, it's an unstoppable machine. So
yeah, I think Oni definitely has like very simple counterplay of just don't get hit, but eventually you will get hit, which is why it's balanced.
Exactly, you can deny the power for so long, and if it's long enough, then you might be able to get away. But if you give it too soon, it's just a snowball from there. And survivors, even during the snowball potential, have done a really good job resetting. And yeah, now, like, even with the... okay, so they haven't quite healed this Claudette up fully ever. I'm wondering if there may be resilience in trying to sneak them on some gen, but... how do you break that 3-gen? Oni can walk up anywhere. I'm guessing the live player might be dead. Otherwise, they had that you'd set them up there and use the pallet. But yeah, I don't know if you can really get anything now.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. Yeah, I mean, your only option is to take Chase out of the 3-gen and have someone get on 1-gen, but the Oni has Tinkerer, so what are you gonna do there?
Exactly.
You can't really sneak that last gen pop.
Tinkerer, unironically, like, I'm not a fan of Tinkerer most of the time, but Tinkerer unironically showing up and might be MVP of this game.
Yeah, it really did a lot of work this game, letting the Oni know exactly how much time he had to spend in each chase and things like that. And just as we say that, last gen proccing Tinker, you know, potentially doubling it, but
if they have resilience in doubling it, they might be able to hold it.
Doesn't look like they are because I think they're leaving.
One of them is, it looks like Claudette is, and waiting out the potential dead hard. A little bit of FOV tech there. And they do go down. I would have imagined Nia might be able to finish it up. Yeah, they're gonna go check and see if Nia's around, but yeah, nothing to see. Yeah, as soon as you hook, you kick the gen, and then you just pop it, pop the hatch down, and I think the exit gates are split enough that it's not going to be any kind of exit gate play. There's one right there. Haven't quite seen the other one. Actually, I haven't been paying to the attention to the other exit gate here. Could there be an exit gate scenario? Oni doesn't have his power. If he can't get his power up, I don't know.
There might be enough blood. There might be enough blood over by main. I mean, there was a lot there.
Well, I don't know. It might have expired by now is the thing.
It's true.
This is going to be kind of close. Oh, never mind. No, those exit gates are easy to patrol. Never mind. Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing the endgame class take this Nia. Very grindy game. A lot of back and forth. A lot of resetting. Oni getting a lot of power. Tinkerer getting out. I don't know if I've ever seen that many Tinkerer procs in a game before.
That's probably precisely the reason we're seeing it get nerfed the way it is like... I mean, it can be used a lot of times.
I do like the point the devs made when they pointed out that, yes, while it's a nerf, 90 seconds, like, you actually do get a little bit more time with that notification to get to the gen, so that is actually kind of cool as well. Oh, there is Nia.
Yeah. Looks like this is going to be lights out here.
I just want to know what Nia was doing that she got a crow.
Probably stealthing in a bush. I mean, that's my guess.
It's very possible. And yeah, okay, never mind. Nia did have light. Interesting. You had so many pallets, I'm surprised they didn't put Nia over there and drop down and then use the pallet to light the way and get to safety. Interesting, but
yeah.
Really well played for this Oni. Survivors able to do a lot of gens, but that 3-gen the 3-gen plus Tinkerer was too strong. And so, well done, 4K for this Oni at 4 gens up, and we'll have to see if Ruby Wolves can achieve the same or better results. Curious was, wait. They didn't have resilience. Oh, okay. I'm just surprised they never reset the Survivor then. Especially
maybe
with
they were
4
trying
the
to
people.
focus the gen.
Maybe, yeah. Interesting, but oh well. With that said, I believe that that is going to be a 24-8 score going into the second trial here. And actually, that was a long trial. I didn't realize how long that game was.
Wow, that was a very long trial.
Absolutely. I will say it didn't feel that long because of how swingy it was, and that I can appreciate long games like that that keep you glued to your seat, if you will.
Oh yeah.
So, very, very fun game, very enjoyable, but we'll be back very shortly for trial number 2. Again, we're going to take a short ad break as we get this set up because you are, once again, our only sponsor. So thank you for your viewership, and we'll be back very soon. All right, welcome back, folks. Hats off to the referees behind the scenes and the mods taking care of things. Makes our job so much easier on the casting team. We appreciate you. But also shout out to the teams that are using the loadouts behaviors given us to make these lobbies super quick and easy to get into. We appreciate it. Can't speak highly of it enough. Thank you, Behavior, for giving us loadouts. It's been 7 years we've been waiting for it, but regardless, I will be thankful nonetheless. And really good games today. Really, just everything's been going super swell today. How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it. The game's been really fun to watch.
Yep, and following up with another Oni. Oof. And did you notice both these Onis have started out on the balcony, staring out at the sunset?
Yeah, that's a good way to start this match, especially, you know, a little bit of good luck at the start, something pretty to look at, because this Oni's going to have quite the time, needing to 4K at 2 gens for the win and 4K at 1 gen for the tie.
Absolutely, and live as Nancy, absolutely beautiful usage of these tiles. Noticing that R back there, that is 2 totems, there is an Undying in play. You remember when Undying, oh, that was a beautiful hit, the window.
If she hadn't gotten stuck on that table.
Mm-hmm. Can you believe at one time that Undying literally just made multiple ruins appear? Remember when that was a thing?
Oh yeah, that was good times. That was good times. That was my favorite time in competitive DBD, when nurses were running Ruin Undying on Coal Tower. That was good times.
It was fun and balanced. It was, you know, the way DBD was meant to be played. I'm kidding. Oh, I can't keep it up. I can't keep that bit up. It was painful. Like, I was a killer main all this time, and I hated it. Oh, I think they're gonna get very quick gen from these survivors. Only about a minute 15 in. early down 2 to say it. I think that, yeah, they're going to go for the slug play here and try and get another survivor here. They do. They get the ace.
Ooh.
Beautiful map sense from this killer.
Yeah, that was especially a good idea, considering the amount of time that Gen took to pop. It's pretty safe to say that that was a double, and so they decided, you know, maybe if these survivors split and one goes this way and one comes this way, I'll be able to find one of them, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, just the split-second things you don't think about until you've played this game for 5,000 hours or something. Again, beautiful game sense from this killer, and pain res to boot, so it looks like we kind of have all the knowledge for what this Oni brought, and it's just a lot of slowdown.
Yep, makes sense.
How do you feel about the new pain res nerf? It doesn't feel like it's a hard nerf, but I feel like it's a fair nerf.
I think, yeah, it's exactly what this perk needed. In my opinion, like I've said before, the two most problematic perks on Killer are Pain Res and Dead Man Switch, and so in the nerfing Pain Res is almost like it's like a minor nerf to Dead Man's. Dead Man's is still really good, but
absolutely, yeah.
The Pain Res nurse is gonna the lack of information and the lack of Dead Man Switch proc is exactly what that perk needed to not be as good as it was, especially on S tier killers, which is where the perk is really strong.
Exactly, and also, can we just talk about this absolutely disgusting setup this Oni has? They're ruin regressing this gen passively. They have their power up. They have a 3-gen that's still intact in the back.
Yeah.
Oh my word, this is such a disgusting amount of pressure. I don't know how you're gonna do it as a survivor. Like, how do you beat this?
Popping gens.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all you can do in this situation. You cannot get this save. If you do, it's a trade at the very least, and with power in hand. Confirming second stage here. I mean, if these survivor, if they have to hope, you have to hope that that's DS or kinship on hook.
Yeah, true. Oh no, the undying value is so unreal. Beautiful undying value. This gen has a lot of progress, and it is going to be going down now. It looks like going back to, yeah, maybe confirm the death saves or confirm a trade here, leaving Ruin to do its job. I think I saw a survivor over here. Or is that a crow?
I'm not sure. I maybe a crow, but you know, never know with these bushes.
Yeah, it looked like some kind of shirt. I can't tell, but yeah, they're gonna be confirming the death stage here on the survivor as well. Nia getting picked up, but even if they double that gen, oh man, this is such an insane start in pressure from this Oni. However, they're going to lose their full amount of power here to confirm it. So a little bit of a reset potentially, but I wonder how much blood exists. Yeah, there's a little bit up there. Nancy hasn't healed yet either. Okay, they might actually be able, if that gen that popped was an injured ace, that would have blood, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and also seeing the reset that quickly after the pickup, you already know what this build's gonna be.
True. Splinter Hull doing so much value as well. They're gonna have this power in just a moment here. It's absolutely such strong play from this Oni. I'm just kind of, it's so hard to keep up. I'm just enjoying these chases.
Yeah, I mean, these chases have been really fun to watch. Both sides, you know, mind gaining the best they can. It's enjoyable.
And I imagine this will be another pain res here. Yeah, it was. However, oh, that one telling that this one is the most progress. Look at all the blood up there because they haven't been in power this whole time.
Yeah.
Going back a little bit to what you were saying about the Payman Switch and Dead Man Switch and Pain Res. I think it's because the S tiers are just so strong that it makes like the rest of the killer roster feel like it's fine on the rest of the killer roster, but like you said, S tiers are just built different. So
yeah, it's a struggle. Yeah. I for one personally think that if this game, I mean, it's an ASIM game, right? So one side has to be stronger than the other, and I really wish that Killer had the power role in this game because it would make more sense.
I agree.
It's even how the game's advertised, right? Like you're trying to escape the killer, and it kind of just feels like the killer is trying to escape the survivors in this game.
It's like, let me out of this game. Why can't I open the X8?
Yeah, exactly.
They're clicking. I can't hear anything anymore. The flashbangs are hurting. Oh, they do finish the gen at Water Tower though, so one more gen and they are able to tie this up. However, I don't know how you're gonna get that with Ruin Undying still in play. Yeah, and they confirm the kill on the ace too. Really good mind games here from both these players. Not able to quite get it. She's gonna get the vault. However, Nancy with the lies. So Nia, some other exhaustion perk we don't know about just yet. Can they get the curve around? Forcing the power out.
this is not good for our Oni
No,
here
it's
because
not.
they have had such a strong position, but now it seems like a gen is going to pop and that'll force a tie. Yeah, this is rough. I was gonna say this Oni has been making all the right decisions throughout the entire game and been playing so well, but with the pain res in play, they actually can stop that gen from popping. You know, that was my guess is that they were on that gen.
Yeah.
Pit stop to pick up some blood here. Hopefully the gen doesn't pop for this Oni because
I don't think it is. I don't think there's nearly enough progress
no.
on it. Which means that like the locker play, unless it maybe to force a deliverance play, I'm not really sure.
I think they were just trying to force a hook because they didn't want to slug to win the game, maybe?
Maybe. But now
like
Nancy's caught out here as well. A little bit of weird geometry there, getting stuck on the hay bale, but oh my goodness. Greeting it out. They are going to go for the hook trade. If Nancy doesn't have borrow timer, it is lights out.
Yeah, gonna make the window here, and I don't remember if Shack Pout's still up or not. It is still up, but it's like
Beautiful fakes here.
It's all up to whether there's DS or not, but you know that can easily be waited out.
DS, deliverance. I don't think we've seen any second chance perk from the survivors just yet, but it looks like the Oni is going to be able to clutch it out. So close. That early pressure that we saw, I felt like the Oni had like the you know, just they had control from the very beginning. They were able to ruin regress the top gen. They were just yeah, the Oni felt like they just had so much pressure the entire time. It was insane.
Yeah, I think DS would. Yeah.
I think it'd still be up, but yeah, they're just going for it. They don't know where the Nancy is, but you can confirm. However, do you think this Nancy can bleed out 3 minutes from now?
I don't think so. The Oni went, if you didn't notice, the Oni walked over to where the Nancy was to see which direction she was crawling in. And also saw that since she was crawling, there most likely is no unbreakable, which is why they went back to pick up the Nia, even if there were DS.
Okay. Fair enough, fair enough.
So it looks like they did lose the Nancy, weirdly enough, so...
And with the endgame collapse slowed down with the slug, Nancy will bleed out before, so... This is going to be potentially one of the most boring chases to watch as you try and find the slug. Adrenaline!
Oh, that's surprising.
Well, that definitely saves the Oni. If they can... Well, they don't have their power. Can they... Can they do an exegate tech?
Yeah, this is doable. These gates are definitely doable, especially look how much LOS block there is.
True, they have to walk so
power,
much.
that's going to be huge for these survivors.
If it all comes down to if this Nancy's able to exegate tech properly, I'm gonna... But you'd see the blood, right? You'd be able to see the blood from a distance.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's doable, but it's hard.
This is gonna be very... I don't think it's quite possible. I think there's just enough walking back and forth that you're not gonna be able to get it. But... Oh, she's trying. No, there's not enough time.
It would have
It's
been
so
really
close.
cool to see, but not quite
So
gonna be able to
close.
get it.
Oh, and there's the Odi's power
Wow.
we were talking about.
Wow.
So much blood. Wow, well played. That was really close. That was not the way I was expecting that to end.
No, not at all. This Oni did amazing.
Absolutely.
Not much else to say there. This is just really good game sense from our Oni throughout the entire match. Also, the mechanics were good too. You know, gotta mention that too.
True. Very, very true. And with that said, we're seeing the last chase of the match here. Just trying to see how long you can last. I don't think we've seen the live play from Nancy just yet. Okay, there they are. Honestly, I didn't even see the Nancy that entire time. I didn't know where they was, so Oni having better game sense than me here and are able to get that last up. They'll be able to get the hook, won't they? Yeah, this is enough time. Well, maybe.
Oh.
That's the real question. Can they get the hook before the endgame collapse? Yes, they
They
can.
do.
Just a little bit.
Just barely.
I mean, it's all the same either way. Oh, that immediately took all the states at one point.
It kills them faster, at the very least.
That is interesting. I did not know that little tidbit. All right, learned 2 tidbits today. Well played.
One is important to know, one not so important to know.
But I say, I don't think there's much application to that one for sure.
Nah.
Yeah, the Unbreakable died early on, and Deliverance was the first one. Oh, that is unfortunate. Deliverance was the first one to do.
And they stacked 3 of their second chance perks on one person, which is why we didn't see the second chances throughout the games, because only one person had them all.
Yeah, true. Unfortunate, but oh, and that was the Survivor with Detective Hunter finding those totems too. Oh man. Yeah, that things did not work out in favor there for them. And with that said, a very, very close match, but ultimately Ruby was able to clutch it out by 1 generator, so 2-point difference. Just honestly, really, really well played to both sides. That was a very close match, very enjoyable set of games.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching both those Oni matches.
Absolutely. And so with that, we'll be going into round number 3 very shortly here. It is the last round of the day. We are very much ahead of schedule, so there might be a little bit of delay depending on where the other matches are currently, but stay tuned, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you can, stick around, watch the ads. You are our sponsor. We appreciate you sticking around and helping us out. All the subs, bits, donations, everything really does help us on the back end to keep things going and help fund the prize pool for every season we have of COTF. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back very shortly with round number 3.